this I just want to look at managing sort of motion and sort of restricting where we're going, how we look at things. So I've got a handle here and that's been related to the spindle only. So we've got a mate at the bottom, rotation, and the mate to the side of the face here. So if we wanted to look at this, we could go into drag component, and by picking on the axis here that we want to rotate around, we can just spin it around, but you notice that it actually just goes straight through that pin. Now we can sort of look at that in a different way. That's got no analysis, so we can go detect collisions, and then we can sort of specify that it's actually going to stop when we've sort of got to the limit, and that's set up in here, so stop movement. But as you can see, it still will allow you to go beyond that bounds of what you've got. So another way of doing this, this was created using the slot command with the sketch you can see in there. If you want to display the sketches before you create your relationships, you just need to go on right mouse click on the part, show hide components, and then turn on the sketches. You can actually do that in the assemble command as well. So now let's add that relationship, and I'm going to choose the path relationship in here. So we want to create let's just come out of there. I need to start with the pin, so let's just go assemble again and change to the path relationship. If I select the pin first and its center line, and then I can pick, I've got reduce steps off, so I'm needing to pick the part first. So then I select that profile and accept that. And now if we do the same thing and we drag the component, you should see that we can not go past the bounds of that path that has been defined. So that sort of gives an extra level of control that the detect collisions doesn't really allow you for. So if we go back and make sure I'm not getting one of the other options, you'll see that we can sort of rotate it, but it's still not going beyond that, even though we've got no analysis on here. So you can control it quite tightly using that path relationship. Another way of creating some limitations on motion is to use the limit command in the assembly. So if we look at the sub-assembly here, we've got a mate relationship, and one of the options on that is to use the offset type of range. So in this case we've got a range going from 127, which is what it is at the moment, down to 93. So like we did with the other one, we can go into drag component, and under no analysis we can see that we've got room to move it, but it only within those bounds of what it's been specified as. So you can see that there are sort of multiple ways in which we can sort of constrain the limits of an assembly.